the voicemail dump truck on your Thursday, September 12th, 2024. Hope you're doing quite well. My name is Jeff Backler. Welcome to the program. I am joined by the regular Dumpy crew. That's right. We've all gotten our tickets for the buffet. We're lining up, and you're goddamn right we skipped breakfast and lunch because we're saving all the room for those crab legs. Isn't that right, Jan Ochoa?
Honk, honk, baby. Honk, honk.
Get in line and maybe stock up on whatever you need to stock up on because you know how crab legs go in Las Vegas. Not too well. I'll tell you a story about that right after we say hi to Jeff Grubb.
I'm good for 2 times a year. Shit my pants. Absolutely.
That seems like 2 times too many, and no one shits themselves more than Dan Riker.
I've never shit myself in my life past the age of diapers, but you did say something about breakfast or brunch or something just now, and it reminded me this morning I had a conversation with Bonk because I woke up a little later than I usually do, and I was like, I feel like it's too late for breakfast, but it's too early for lunch. What do I do here? And I decided brunch is fine, but I'm not a breakfast guy. And I feel like brunch leans more on breakfast food. So I decided I wanted to have Leckfast. So Leckfast is having I had a peanut butter sandwich and I had some like popper gimmicks at later than normal breakfast time. So I'm going to try to get Leckfast over.
Yeah, no, that just rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's open up some Leckfast places.
What's the difference? How are you defining the difference?
Brunch is like you're having like breakfast type food closer to lunch. Leckfast is you're having lunch type food closer to breakfast.
Well, it's all predicated on his ridiculous bias that like it somehow leans more towards breakfast. It's just an easier word to
There's
say.
Like French toast sticks and shit.
Leckfast sounds like a Victorian era disease.
Yeah.
I'm going to get
came
Leckfast
over with the
brother.
Leckfast.
Yes,
I'm
Reginald died from Leckfast the other fortnight.
I had combo gimmicks. So you don't have combos for breakfast. You have it for Leckfast.
I like Linner. I like to have a meal between lunch and dinner.
Linner's okay.
Yeah,
Linner's a good time.
It's all better than breakfast stuff.
I like the 3 meals and then just snackies in between.
I don't think I've met anyone who disregards breakfast in the manner in which you do, Dan Riker. I feel like I am all in on breakfast in a big way.
Nope. The best breakfast. The only time I'm ever into it with breakfast is when on a Friday night I'll get a bunch of Taco Bell or pizza or something, and then there's leftover stuff. So I wake up a little hungover, maybe on a Saturday morning, and I'm like, oh fuck, I get to have Taco Bell for breakfast. But it's not Taco Bell breakfast because that sucks. It's shoot Taco Bell at breakfast time because breakfast food is bad.
Yeah, that didn't really answer
that
anything.
the 4th meal?
Yes, the morning.
Forbidden.
Although I will give credit where credit's due. I was in Portland last weekend. Never been there before, and they got a whole bunch of breakfast places and biscuit places and stuff like that. I did go to a place and I had biscuits and gravy, which I think is a traditional breakfast food, along with hash browns, which I've never been a big hash brown guy, and I'll be damned if it wasn't one of the best meals I've had in a while.
Yeah, hash browns are just good.
Portland seems to have some breakfast stuff figured out.
Okay, I would argue respectfully to Portland because I do love that city. I would argue that most places have figured out breakfast.
Yeah, they got that everywhere, honey.
I would argue
not Taco
that's
Bell. Taco Bell, it's fucking so eggy in those burritos.
Yeah,
no,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking just about any old diner in the
biscuits
world.
and gravy and hash browns. Yeah, they got those everywhere.
But Danny boy, LA has figured out breakfast burritos.
Yeah. And the pantry. They've got the pantry.
Those ones that we ordered. No, I mean, the pantry's pretry good. Yeah, look, that's the thing. I'm not anti-breakfast. I never have been.
Waking late, yeah.
Waking late. Those fucking things are delicious. They're cheesy. As long as there's enough cheese and meat in there, I don't just want a bunch of fucking eggs and a tortilla. You got to load that up with some sausage and shit.
Sure. Give me that. Give me that too.
I like eggs, bacon, toast. I like that traditional breakfast better than pancakes and stuff like that. But I am with Dan. Sometimes I wake up and I just want to eat some buffalo wings, and then for dinner, I might do the eggs and bacon at that time. I don't respect the timeliness of the meals, but I like all the different variations on the food. And I will be I'm having breakfast for dinner. I am thinking that, but I don't care or feel any shame about it.
I like cereal at night sometimes. Nighttime cereal is pretty good.
Cereal's great at dinner, absolutely. Sure. I'm getting a bit too old for it now because if I have cereal too late, I will get the heartburnies a little bit. And I can't
you don't get farty? You don't get farty?
I don't get too farty because I'm not doing lactose milk anymore. I'm doing I'm gonna do an oat milk or a lactose free.
Or you could say almond milk is still delicious. It's great.
Yeah,
I
but
haven't
it's,
had
it's
milk
destroying
in 5
California,
years,
so
at
I feel
least.
bad about it. Or at least I don't admit I drink almond milk. So.
Yeah, but you know what?
Exclusively drink almond milk. I haven't had shoot milk in 5 to 8 years, I'm sure.
We were on the almond milk for a while, but then we found like that Fairlife milk. That's the one that Steph really likes because it's high in protein. So we do that now.
I gotta
That's
check that
lactose
out.
free.
The Tam milk.
Tam, well, it's not quite that. That's not. Well, yeah, no, that is Fairlife.
milk
You're right.
from the
You're
Tam,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
Straight
I
from
was,
the
on
tank.
I was on the oats gimmick for a while. You probably heard about my oats code, but it turns out when you're just having that one thing for breakfast every single day, and I did for like 3 or 4 months, it's really good. But then it's like, I would travel and then I'd come back and I'd be like, oh God, there's another oat delivery. And it would kind of pile up. And it's like I'm just collapsing under oats and also having it every day and maybe getting a little sick of oats.
Send me some.
I put myself on oats cool down.
Can you send me some? Seriously, I want to try it out, but I don't want to pay for
I'll
it.
break out the oats every once in a while. I'm not going to, I still have some from the last delivery.
You can use his oats code. Of course.
But like, be a friend.
I
and
think
send
my
me,
oats code is probably not active anymore.
Yeah, but be a friend and like
Whoa.
send me your surplus. I
Can I
want to try.
expense it?
Yeah, expense $2 that it's going to cost to
Well,
send
but
me
also
it.
my time and gas to go to the UPS store, you know.
You know what, Dan?
Those time is so valuable.
Fuck your time, Dan.
Yeah.
Fuck your time.
So
How about
valuable.
that? Try on those pants. Fuck your
What?
time.
Man,
Time pants?
Time pants. You heard
time
me,
pants.
right?
Okay.
Sure.
Speaking of eating disgusting shit, for the first time in many years, gentlemen, I got food poisoning over the weekend.
Oh,
no.
hell
Is
yeah.
baby okay?
Was it crab legs?
Tum tum. No, it was not. It was it was chicken. It was
no.
chicken.
How do you mess up chicken?
How do you fuck up chicken? So I don't know, guys. I had something that in retrospect was a poor choice, I guess. I was at a brewery and
Chicken sashimi.
no, I was at a brewery and getting real hungry, and everyone was like, "Well, there's no food at the brewery, so let's go to like a little divey kind of dinery place down the road." And I got something that was on like their special menu is a buffalo chicken cheesesteak, and that sounds like a lot, but I'm a sucker for buffalo, and I had to have it.
I get it.
I get it. I open it up. It looks the part. It tastes the part. It smells the part. I only ate half of it. And thank goodness I only ate half of it because about 3 hours later, I time traveled, friends. I just was off the wagon. I could not see up or down, left or right. I was in the bad zone.
Were your
Both
time
ends?
pants on or off?
My time pants were they were off and soiled. No, no, like totally. It was happening in stereo. It was just a shitty situation.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you get my drift.
You're
And
shitting and puking, is what you're saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking like shitting left and right. And I was like, wait. Okay.
Well, you can't
also
do that.
Dan. Also that. Yeah.
I think I got off kind of easy on account of me only finishing half the sub. I think what happened was, it only lasted about like 7 hours, and then I was good. By the time I went to bed, I was fine. It didn't keep me up all night. It was just a really bad run, and then once it all like kind of made its way out, it was all right. But like, I don't recommend anyone getting that. It could have been salmonella. That's right, Chuck. Oh fuck, man. God damn it. I like chicken. I was worried. Here's the thing. What happened to me once many years ago when I was living in Hoboken, I had sushi and I had the same reaction, and I didn't eat sushi for 2 years because of it.
Well, you can't not eat chicken. That's
Exactly.
not an option.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I tested it already. I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But that was a big worry for me because I can't let go of chicken. It's the only real meat that I like, or I want to eat.
I'm I'm kind of that way too, where chicken I think is the go-to, and like I
It's
feel like
actually
steak.
good for you in regards to like meat. If like you're going to be eating meat, it's like the one that's like the least damaging to your body, and the protein content's pretty good.
I can't do beef. I can't do beef, like especially at home. If I have beef,
Okay.
it's like maybe I'm out, and
Shoot question here, and I swear I'm not trying to be stupid here.
Oh no, because you should say that maybe all the time. But go ahead.
Is steak beef?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I was about to start to talk about steak, and I didn't know if that was the same as like there's ground beef and then there's steak. I didn't know steak was in the beef
Steaks.
family.
Yeah,
but
steaks,
yes.
beef, grass is
So
fish.
It's from a cow. If that's what it is.
Okay. Well, growing up, but pigs have a whole different thing. But anyway, growing up in Kansas, like steaks were such a big thing, and it's like barbecue was always a thing, and steak was always a thing, and like it was always like that was supposed to be like the top food. Is like, oh, you get a fine steak, or a filet mignon or something like that. And I think as I've gotten older, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm just okay being like, you know what? I don't think I love steak. I've like
It's okay.
I've treated myself to steak like, oh, okay, this is like you're getting taken out to this nice
There's not
place.
a lot of flavor to it. Yeah, that's why you
And
got to
it's
have.
tough.
It's got to be
Gotta be
seasoned to
salty.
hell. Yeah, it's got to be seasoned to
Well,
hell.
if you're not get like what kind of cut are you getting?
I've had a lot of different, like, for example, we went to, okay, I usually will only get it at things where it's like, oh, we're being taken out by this company to do a thing. Or it's like, the group here, went out to a nice restaurant in New York City a year or two ago, and we got one of those big ass tomahawk gimmicks.
Oh,
And it was
yeah.
like a multi-$100 steak. And so it's like, you get that stuff, and it's like, it tasted good, but I'm never just like, oh, I'm glad I would rather have like popcorn chicken over any
This
steak
is why I
I've
do
ever
the
had.
filet mignon, because that falls apart and is very
small.
And it's usually
too,
a really small petite fillet, like maybe a 6 ounce. You know, that's really all I need these days.
But it's packed with flavor and it's easy to eat.
Yep.
And yeah.
I mean, I think, look, there are steak snobs that are going to tell you fillets are flavorless, and like that is the thing. And I think it really is on how it's prepared, right?
All steak is there's not a lot of flavor to all steak. That's why it's so important to like have the marinade and the salt and the pepper added to it and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean that helps. That still makes it taste good.
I do like fillets.
Chat's saying not all steak is beef. If you ordered a steak and someone brought you something that wasn't beef, you would fucking shoot them. Are you crazy? What are you talking
Like a
about?
tuna steak?
If you go to
tuna
a
steaks aren't beef, Chat.
but
What
like
do you-
if you
what-
go to a steakhouse, that is the assumption, right?
yeah. that's what we're
Cow
talking
equals
about.
beef in general.
That's crazy.
Like as a
Yeah, it's
generality,
a
right?
cow.
Okay.
That's
okay.
a cow
equals
beef.
beef.
Cow beef.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely
Okay.
fair.
But pigs have numerous different. That's why that's confusing to think that all cows are beef when pigs can be like 4 different things. But like,
Okay, no,
that's-
because
Well,
like
what can they be?
it's like pork, bacon, ham, sausage.
Well, it's all pork.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
mean,
all pork.
Okay, so pork is the umbrella, and then everything
Yeah.
falls under pork.
yeah,
On
sausage
your- on your
comes
pig
from it all
pyramid.
comes from a pig.
So
your
like
pig
beef
pyramid.
is steak, is ground, is crumbles, is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Sausage
All right.
can be
that makes sense.
pork or chicken as well.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. Say that again.
Sausage can be like
Oh, I
beef
love me
or
some chicken sausage.
Yeah.
Love me some chicken sausage.
Lamb,
with some like
perhaps?
Gruyere
Oh, yeah, we do
and
turkey
garlic.
sausage. I don't hate
Yeah,
that.
let's
Yeah.
go. Let's eat all the lambs.
Yep.
Anyway, that's the food portion of the program.
No. I got one more thing. I got one more thing.
Never mind. I
All right,
lied,
all right,
Jen.
all right.
Okay, all right. I'm not. At personal admission to the folks at home, I'm not having the best month, let alone year. So I thought, you know what? Let's just add some variety to the spice of life. Let's go to Disneyland with some homies. I had such a great time going with y'all. Sorry, Jeff. That let's just go.
I can't
to
believe Jeff didn't
Disneyland.
want to go.
I know.
You guys,
He's just stick in the mud.
Please don't do this. I don't have the mental
He was
like
a real
fortitude.
butthead about it. He's like, yo, yeah, you kids go to Disneyland. I'll be doing real
That's
work.
for fucking nerds.
Yeah.
I think about it all the time.
I'm going to the
Please,
Hockey Hall of Fame again.
just don't.
I'm gonna go eat a sandwich in a parking lot.
So I had to leave a couple hours early, so I didn't see the fireworks. So that helps.
Yeah.
That doesn't, because
had a
I would
delightful day
have
up
left
till
with
that
you.
point, though.
I would have
Yeah.
left with you.
Yeah, we were all sad, Dan, after you left. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, Dan's gone.
Oh,
But I was very happy to be sitting down for those fireworks. That was very nice.
man.
I just maybe Disney's open in December, right?
Definitely. They're open in December.
Okay, cool. All right. We'll have to
It'll be
figure something
decorated
out.
for Christmas. Are you okay with that?
100%. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I am Christmas.
Oh, I'd go in December.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go. Okay.
We still know
All
that
right.
guy, right?
Wonderful.
We do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all
yes we
right.
do.
Mickey.
The House of Mouse himself.
The House
yes.
of Mouse, yes.
All right, and I'm hanging with the homegirl Bailey, and we're having a great time. Fantastic. We're there for the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Oh, hell
And,
yeah.
We spent half the day in Disneyland first, just drinking, wherever you could find alcohol. We got the
Okay.
fuzzy tauntauns to rep the crew.
That's when I was actually super jealous because I think about the fuzzy tauntaun all the time. I crave a fuzzy tauntaun regularly.
What's that?
It's like it has like this numbing foam that like
You kind of like a menthol-y foam, or not a menthol, but
it was like a root of some sort, and it tastes like a Mai Tai.
yeah. And you drink it, and it makes your face tingly in a fun way. Like it's
good.
like it feels like a drinking experience because you're in space, you're in Star Wars, right?
Got it.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, is
and
that
then-
the cantina thing? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then we had a pork dip, and it looked like it looked like it was guacamole, but then you dip into it with some bread, and it just tasted like whipped pork.
Wait, it was
amazing.
green? It was green?
Green, yeah, it was amazing.
You made
Where's this
liquid
at?
meat?
Liquid meat
Where's this
at
at?
the Star Wars bar.
Really? I didn't know they had food things there.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
got food
totally had
things.
food, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
well, I should do
anyway,
that next time.
I'm thinking, all right, this is the only place we can drink in Disneyland until we go to California Adventure. And then Homegirl's like, no, sweet summer child
They know
Jan.
the secrets. Yeah.
Bailey was like, we're going to go here and we're going to try this spiked pickle lemonade.
Is it the pickle? Hey,
sign
Jan,
me
don't
up.
forget the pickle.
Sign me up.
This is the pickle.
Okay.
And I was having a great day. I was having a good day. This was a big mood lifter and everything.
Not as good as when we went, though, right?
Oh, of course,
Right.
of course, of course.
Please,
Okay.
please.
And then I
We
was just
were
thinking
all
like,
there.
I was thinking like, oh, Dan's gonna leave again. Oh, Dan's not even here.
I'm just a boy.
And then we go to the Carnation Cafe. It's near the front of the park. We look at the menu, and they don't have it there. And I'm like, oh no, I guess we can't get the spiked pickle lemonade. I guess I'll just order this old fashioned. And then because Bailey's not afraid to talk to people like I am, she just asked her kind waitress, like, hey, is this still available? And she was like, oh yes, we do. Would you guys like to order any food? And we just look at her, shake our heads, no, just the alcohol, please.
Fair.
And it is a cocktail. It has lemonade, of course, Tito's vodka, some sweet and sour, some Sprite, and a grip of pickle juice. And
I want this.
and they garnished it with a pickle spear wedge.
This sounds good.
The thing is, I don't like any florally. I don't like, y'all know me. I don't like anything sweet other than spending company with the sweetest boys I know, y'all.
Yes, of course.
And Bailey had told me, upon my first sip, it looked like my inner child died inside because I thought it was so absolutely disgusting.
What about it?
The briny pickle juice just encompassing my bloodstream, and then anytime I burped afterwards, I just felt it bubble up all over again.
You know what we should do? Last night I made a pitcher of a Pim's Cup pitcher, and you use cucumbers for that. And so maybe that wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Cucumbers aren't bad. It's
Cucumbers
pretty
in a
sweet.
drink are good.
Yeah, refreshing.
Pickles seem like too much.
And then, like, Bailey just slammed her hand on the table. It's like, Jan, you need to hydrate. Drink your pickle lemonade.
And did you?
I did. I begrudgingly drank the whole thing. I ate the pickle spear.
Did you finish it?
I did because I can't waste food.
Oh my God, Jan.
Probably easy to sneak booze into Disneyland, right?
Okay.
Is
if I didn't fly,
I feel like they're at like a casino and they can tell if you're like doing math in your head.
I can tell you how I did it. I can tell you how I did it.
How?
All right. I may have done this when I was scumbag Jan, but that era might be coming back soon. Anyway, surprisingly enough, in it you take a Pringles can, you empty that out, and it can fit 3 Buzzballs.
Oh, dear.
Well,
so
that's on purpose.
And where do you
would
put
imagine.
And then you just with a hair straightener or whatever heating
Hair
element.
straightener?
I don't know. You take an iron, you can reseal the little flippy flap
Yeah.
to cover up the Pringles.
So you're allowed to bring in a can of Pringles.
You can, because families bring in food all the time.
Right, that's right. Damn, so, and you just have to hope no one picks up the Pringles.
Yeah.
Because the Pringles
Oh,
going to
you
be
can't
very
touch
heavy.
another man's Pringles.
Well, that's the easy way I always found, and tell me this would work at Disneyland, is whenever I went to Royals games in like college, you take a flask, and I think I had one that wasn't metal. You fill it with whiskey, and I just put it straight down the front of like my pants, like right in the ball and penis area, because then they go through, and even if something beeps or whatever, I've never had like a dude at a metal detector just grab my testicles and penis. And so as long as the flask is just pressed right up against there, then they never grab it. So they might do the like, oh yeah, let's check this, let's check that, but they never go for the balls and penis. So that's where the flask can be safely, and it's worked every time.
Right, and then you could just share that with your friends in the
Well,
once
that's
you
the
get
thing. It's all
inside.
for you then too.
Oh, right, on account of
'cause
the
no one wants your
proximity.
penis.
Yeah,
Whiskey.
yeah. Have a stick drink.
I can't
Yeah.
name the episode that. I can't name the episode that.
I love the idea of like your crotchal region beeping with the metal detector.
It's the ball and penis zone, yeah.
Yeah,
and
right.
then the person is just like, well, if the weapon's there, then you can just go in.
It's just the zipper, right? It's just the zipper.
I mean, it's worked every time I've done it.
Yeah.
All right, well, these are pro tips we're offering with no reservations whatsoever.
Wasting away again with Daniel's crotch drink.
I thought you were saying ball and penisville.
Ball and Penisville. Okay, yeah, they're much better.
Yeah. The demo was titled that, but he went with Margaritaville, which is cool, which is a good move. Good change. Wow. All right. I don't know how to get out of that. If you couldn't tell, this is a call-in show. 707 Exit Flu is the phone number. We're taking your calls, not live, but we're taking your calls. We've got a brand new list of programming for you today. And I guess Mr. Penis and Balls himself, Dan Reichert,
That's
why
me.
don't you lead us off?
Clockwork Orange style.mp3.
Hi, I was just wondering if you guys could like Clockwork Orange style make Minotti listen to like all the pop girls, like, you know, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Charlie XCX. I think that'd be funny. You guys would get a copyright strike, but it would still be worth it. Also, as a warning, Charlie XCX does have a song called Apple. I know that'll be hard for Minotti, but I'm sure he can get through it.
This came up on Blight Club because I've been listening to the Chappell Roan and the Hot to Go.
Chappell
You could very easily do TOLKOTO or MINOTTI, and I just don't think he's aware of it. Like, I think he would be
But
all
once
over
he's
it.
aware, it will be everything to him.
Yeah.
I think he would
It will
enjoy this
define
because he
him.
would like all the music from these girls, I think.
I think
Yeah.
Chappell Roan genuinely like listen to that
Chappell
album.
Roan
And I was
is
like, this is
incredible,
all
yes.
really good. Yes.
Also, when did you start saying the name right? It was fun when you were saying Chappell Roan or whatever.
Oh,
you
yeah,
said.
yeah, but then I learned how to say it right, and I
Yeah,
can't
go
sound
back
like a
to
fool.
Go back to
Okay,
regular
excuse me.
Dan. Go
Yeah.
back to do that, Dan.
I don't think Mike would get into Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, she's a star of noobs. So.
Right, so he liked her
Oh,
work
right,
in New
right,
Race,
love
the
her in
film
that.
from 2012.
Preferred
Yeah.
that work instead.
Yeah.
I just
Genuinely
love-
the best actor in that movie.
Yes, by far.
I just love how like 80s coded everything is now. I just love that. I love
Yeah.
that everyone's just like,
Everything's
you know
cyclical.
what? It is, but I don't know if like we're ever gonna go through like a renaissance of like LMFAO. I don't think like that's gonna come back. You know what
I don't know.
mean?
Those two are going to get back together one day.
Yeah, that reunion tour is going to smash for sure.
Wait, Red Foo and the
Maybe.
other guy don't like each other anymore?
His Red Foo and his uncle or his nephew don't like each
One
other.
or the other, yeah.
I'm just glad like the 80s are kind of back. I feel like the 70s came back way earlier than the distance between the 80s
Didn't the
and now.
70s
though,
kind of
right?
come back in like the 90s a little bit? Like when were bell bottoms back? That was
The
like
now.
middle
Those are
school.
Jinkos.
Oh,
And now they're back now again.
they're
Yeah.
back now again? Okay, I didn't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I haven't been paying attention.
Grub, there have been so many instances of you knowing Mitch stuff immediately, so I'm just going to read this thing from Mitch in chat. He says, do you all know my Clockwork Orange story? Do you know it?
I'm trying to remember.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably told me before, but the only Clockwork Orange story I have coming to mind is I thought it was you, Dan, that watched it because you thought it was pornography.
No,
That
no.
must-
I
that
watched
must
it
be
because
Mike.
the teacher in high school told me to watch it, and I sat in a room in high school by myself watching it.
You
and
saw
pretty quick
that?
into that movie, me being like, "Am I
Okay.
supposed to be watching this here?"
You saw that in high school?
Yeah.
So Mike
yeah.
Mike Minotti watched all of Clockwork Orange because I think it probably did the thing where it like gave the warning at the beginning and said
nudity, the end for nudity,
which,
yeah, yeah.
right, which is why you watched many of these movies
Yes.
back then. Of course,
Yes,
that's
yes,
what I
yes,
did too.
yes.
Oh
And he was
my
like waiting for it to get
God.
good.
It's
and
not
instead,
sexy.
And instead, it's Clockwork Orange. And I think he watched the whole thing. It was like, huh. It was on Cinemax at midnight. In his defense,
I
he
mean-
says that, and that is a very valid defense.
That is true, but here's the thing: you still have to be selective. I got the fucking TV guide every week, and I'd say, "Oh, Bikini Bistro
No,
is on
you-
Cinemax at 3 a.m. with an N for nudity. That's probably a nice, fun boob time."
No, yeah,
Clockwork
sure,
Orange, you
absolutely.
figure out
There are-
pretty soon it's
Yeah,
not
there
a
are
nice,
surefire
fun boob
hits,
time.
Of course, there
Okay.
are guarantees.
I think
But
everyone's
Clockwork
right
Orange
here.
could go either way if you don't know what it is.
But pretty quick, it shows that it's not a nice, fun boob
Like
time.
when Clockwork Orange starts, though, I don't care. Like, how old are you here? What is Minotti?
I mean, if it's Cinemax at midnight, it's
This
got to
was
be
like yesterday.
I'm just saying,
He was
like
probably 40,
Clockwork
yeah.
Orange is not exactly like all of those types of bikini bottom, shows you're talking about, Dan. Like,
Emmanuel.
Yeah, they all have a look to them.
That could
They
be
all
like,
have a
I feel
look.
like before you know, that's a lot of things.
There's a lot that just had bikini in the title. It'd be like Bikini
Yeah.
Beach, Bikini
Yes,
Bistro.
again.
It's
Yeah.
like if you're on
there's-
a rating system, a tier system, you're like, clearly this is going to be a good time.
God,
I'm
you
putting
don't
that
need
in
to
there.
Die for with Nicole
I'm
Kidman.
going to set the VCR to record that, but some of these you take a chance on.
This is so disappointing. You don't even make it that far into Clockwork Orange before you're like, wow, this is
No.
something different.
It's very
Yeah.
clear immediately.
Immediately, there's like oh my god, and imagine young Mike
15,
Minotti
15,
just like
he said he was 15.
15 is borderline unacceptable.
I was probably
bro.
15 when I saw it, and I was like, I should not be watching this in school.
Oh my god! First off, I can't believe you saw that inside a school. That to
Yeah.
me is just
Made
like
him.
horrifying.
No, it didn't make me. I went to her and I was like, "Hey, I really like psychological movies. I just saw Fight Club and I want some deep philosophical movies." And she was like, "Have you seen A Clockwork Orange?" And I was like, "No." And she like brought it in and she's like, "Here, you watch this." And I just watched Clockwork Orange.
Is it worrisome to you, Dan, that I've begun piling you and Mike's stories into the same pile?
That's
I see it. I
completely
get
reasonable.
it. I get it. I get it.
That
Yeah.
makes it's not a disrespect to
I
you.
guess
They're
one of
just-
those two bastards. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
definitely one of those two.
They're
I
just cut from
understand.
from a similar cloth.
We
you know?
both have weird Clockwork Orange stories. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's this dumbass?
How can I help you, bud?
I'm
We're
a big
doing a
fan
live
he
show
calls him-
here.
I'm a big fan he calls him Dib because that
What's
wasn't
up?
like Jib because it was.
Yes, we're live.
Jeff.
Ian.
Ian.
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah.
Is it Ian? Yeah. back
Ian, yeah.
That's where he-
Have you seen Clockwork Orange yet?
Anyway, no, we're not going to soil his.
Oh
fresh
yeah, he
little
can't handle a
mind.
rubber shark yet. He probably can't handle Kubrick.
I think Gib could handle Jaws now. He would probably get upset by it, but I think he would. I think he could still watch it and be mostly fine.
I wonder if it looks too old, and so that won't scare him.
That's not skibbity enough or whatever.
It's a great question.
Is it skibbity enough?
Oh, it's certainly skipping it up. We all know that to be true. I wonder, like, is Jaws scary now?
It was never scary.
Yeah,
It was
upsetting
intense.
when-
It was
I think it's
intense.
upsetting to some people when people get eaten by a shark, Dan. I think some people
I
find that
thought it was
upsetting.
awesome.
Well, yes, right.
As
That's
a
why I said
child
some
younger
people.
than Dib.
Yeah.
It was coming out of Quint's mouth. It looked awesome.
yeah, I just don't know if he's ready for that. We kind of just did. What did we watch the other? What movie did we watch the other day that was like a big deal for you? Oh, Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man.
The Tobey Maguire?
Maguire?
Yeah, the Tobey Maguire
Oh,
Spider-Man.
what do you think of Green
What'd you think of
Goblin?
that?
Did
What'd
you
think
watch
of
Spider-Man on 9/11? Because we had to take those posters down because the Twin Towers were in it. That's
no.
weird. Were you thinking of that?
No, he doesn't remember that date. What
Does he know
Dylan,
what happened?
He's just a
What?
boy.
Well, can you not ask me to ask my child about that thing? Okay, he knows what that is. They all know what it is. They
He
learn about it.
does?
In,
I didn't know if it was like we don't talk about that.
Oh, stop it!
Look,
oh,
he can't
Jaws is
handle
on the table,
Jaws.
but like that
Maybe
event
he
is
can
not
handle
okay.
the biggest terrorist attack in American history.
What did you
I'm
think of
just
the
saying.
Spider-Man movie? Can you speak into the microphone? What did you think of it? Speak into this. What did you think of it? You could walk over here and say
Natural
you know,
charisma.
Stand on your chair.
Okay. What
Oh,
did,
he doesn't
this
need to.
seems dangerous. What did you think of Spider-Man the movie?
It was good.
Well, there was something about it you didn't like though, right?
Yeah.
What
All
was
the
that?
women.
Don't know.
Aunt May.
But I didn't.
Was it like maybe Willem Dafoe and his mask?
Bonesaw?
Oh, the Green Goblin.
It was kind of scary because it was my first time.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
Well, Willem Dafoe is scary in his defense.
I mean,
He's a creepy dude.
he's a
I
creepy
love him.
dude, and like the mask just sort of talking to him is like, it's like unsettling.
It's
I
so
guess
good.
you know.
keep Jaws away from Dib. Let's and don't tell him about 9/11.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that sort of. I'll just, you know, we gotta protect the kids, right? Like that's the whole thing here.
Yep.
Green Goblin is creepy.
I was just like, I had thought like, oh, I bet they teach that in school now, and it's like,
Of course they do.
Of
Of
course
course
they
they
do.
do.
Thing.
Yes, of course they do.
But it was weird because they didn't teach that because it didn't happen.
Because it
yet,
hadn't
but-
happened yet.
Yeah.
That's
But you know, it all
why.
makes sense why they didn't teach. But it's like, oh, that probably is different now.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
continue to happen. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not just
There's-
whatever
We're
they tell
living
me.
through history, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Did they teach you about the Great Recession?
No.
I don't think they don't teach 9-year-olds about that.
What
Okay.
is Stone Cold Stunner?
Okay, ask that again a little
What?
louder.
What did you just say?
Stone Cold Stunner.
Can you show him a montage of Stone Cold Stunners and see if he thinks that's cool?
It's a
we gotta see if there's
wrestling
hope
move.
for this boy.
It's a wrestling move.
You get kicked in the stomach,
Yeah.
and that makes the guy hunch over, and that puts the head in the perfect position.
It's just like a wrestling thing. That's all.
It's the coolest one.
Yeah. Okay. Is that you seem flummoxed?
Why is the
over
word
that.
Stone Cold Stunner somewhere?
I guess you read it in chat. Did you read that in chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like seeing it.
Listen, Dan, we'll keep that date. Can we just make it through the week, not talking about that date anymore? I feel like it's come up
Do you
so
know
much.
more
What is
about
this
Stone
week?
Cold Steve Austin or
I-
9/11?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Does your son know more about Stone Cold Steve Austin or the terrorist attacks of September 11th?
The latter.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
rules.
Okay. Listen, maybe we'll minimize all these chats here just for safety, and we'll go to the next voicemail. And that's gonna be nothing happened. Everything's cool, buddy. You're safe. You're safe. Everything is fine.
A guy's name?
No one's name. We're gonna go
No.
to Grub for the next.
Look up
voicemail.
Steve Austin, Stone Cold. He's the coolest guy ever.
Let's all right. Yeah, let's do Mike Minotti when Backlar gets his headset back on. Dib's a little terrorist himself. Look at this kid just running in here causing a problem.
With the mullet and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to say goodbye real quick. Say goodbye.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Okay, bye.
You forgot how to say goodbye? All right, very good. What did I miss? I'm sorry.
I picked MikeMinotti.mp3.
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, dump truckers. Earlier today, my wife and I were driving to get some food, and we were listening to that new Linkin Park song. We really like it. It's really good. We were discussing who's still in the band, and my lovely wife, who's perhaps a more casual Linkin Park fan than I am, asked if Mike Minotta was still in.
Oh.
I laughed and asked if she meant Mike Shinoda, and she did. I then had the thought and asked, were you also thinking of Mike Minotti? And it turns out, yes, she was. So my question is for Mike Minotti. How has it been recording the new Linkin Park album? And can you please rap the first verse from Faint for us? Love you guys. Bye.
He can do that.
Okay, I've seen him do it.
Here's the thing. So far, I want to say there's a man's wife thinking about Mike Minotti. And in the earlier call was a woman asking about Mike Minotti. Does Mike Minotti have a lot more Riz than we give him credit for?
I think we've increased his Riz,
I think we've given him confidence in his Riz.
We've done nothing but affirm his Riz.
Mike Minotti in chat says, women love me! Exclamation point.
I think we've unlocked
Except
it in
when you say they look like a Coke bottle, Mike.
Sure, yeah.
I think we unlocked it in a way that it was dormant and we didn't know about it.
Are we
Right?
being
Is that fair?
irresponsible?
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, by creating a monster?
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it makes me money, so I keep doing it.
Oh, that is a good incentive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monetize Minotti. Minotti ties.
The Minotti tax. You got to get around that Minotti tax.
Well,
though.
what happened with that Linkin Park stuff? That was I was kind of half paying attention.
Big time
man.
Scientologist? Is that the deal?
Big time Scientologist at one point defended a very bad person.
Okay. Did it come back around, or is now it's like officially like, no, she sucks and we'd rather her not be here?
There's like a bunch of other things.
Oh, okay.
Well, not a bunch, but just like, you guys could have picked literally anyone.
Yeah, I'm going to venture to say that too many people like Linkin Park that this won't be an issue.
Yeah, they'll be able to brute force their way through it. You think?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Linkin Park is like is just this sort of impenetrable force for the younger
so funny you
millennials.
say that though, because like Linkin Park, old, new Linkin Park, whatever, so polarizing. Like I have friends that never post about anything. A friend got married a year ago. He had a kid. Never posted about either of those events. But he was like, I don't think I like that the new lead singer's a woman for this band.
I will say that I think if you're going to replace your singer, they should just always get Arnold Pineda. I think just always get Arno from. Is he a problem too? Oh, did he also defended Danny Masterson? Oh shit!
He's just leans a certain political side.
Oh, right. He's got the secret Catholic agenda. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's amazing how
sucks
much
to
he
hear about
sounds like
Arnold.
the original singer from Journey. It's
Exactly. There's no
unbelievable.
difference. It's the same person.
Yeah, which is remarkable. I didn't know anything else about that guy though. So
Yeah, me neither.
thanks, Jen.
No problem.
Thanks for ruining another thing.
It's fine. I'll get one of my other people to
Thank you.
replace him.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
One in, one out, please. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Just Indiana Jones, swap
right,
that
with
first.
Filipinos. Yep.
Make sure you get the right kind, though.
Yeah, sure.
Paige's boyfriend. There's nothing problematic there, is there? He's the lead singer of a band, right?
No.
Nothing
at
problematic
all.
there? Okay. Okay.
Musicians have never done anything wrong.
No, historically, I don't think so.
and then the Dave Grohl thing came up this week too, and I was just
I
like,
ignored this one.
I was like,
here's what I gathered. He cheated on his wife?
yeah,
And how
He
is
said
it?
it like at a concert?
I don't
Oh,
know.
he's got a secret kid?
I just can't believe it was a story, to be honest. Like, not that whatever, it matters, and I just think like America is beyond things like that, where the attention does not register for things of that nature.
When he
anymore.
said this, did he say, I have another confession to make?
Yes.
Cool. All right, then that makes it okay then.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's how he led into the song, and then the rest of the lyrics were different, and everyone was like, "What is he doing?"
Yeah. Oh, that was the big joke? Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm surprised
Good
it
crap.
registered. I feel
Yeah.
like people just like don't care. I don't know.
Dave
All right.
Grohl's really big into barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to add to that.
That's it. That's where it ends. Jan, you're up.
Just a little guy.
What's up, Dumperinos? Is there anything that's more intoxicating than when you, like, walk into a room and you see your cat or your dog or whatever pet just, like, taking a nap, real adorable, like maybe they're flipped on their back or something, and you're like, "Aw," it melted my heart. But then you think, I'm gonna fuck with this fucker. And you go up and you, like, rub their belly real quick and wake them up, and you know they don't want that, but they can't stop it. They're just a little guy. Anyway, I love you.
Caller's like, I killed a lot of ants when I was young.
This is Gizmo every time I see him. I saw him right before the show when he was like on the couch lounging. Sometimes he'll rest his chin like on the armrest. He was on the pillow just like splayed out and like awake, and just like if you make eye contact with him, he'll just start wagging his tail, and that's the only like movement he'll make. And I'm like, what a just great little dude.
Yep. Yeah, I'll get in there, and the cat wants to fight, so I'll get in there and just be like, "Hey, let me get that tummy," and then he'll be like, "All right, here it is, let's go." Yeah, so I'll do that.
Yeah. I'll grab Scout and we'll spin around for a little bit sometimes.
There you go.
That's nice. I don't want to do that to my dog because I just don't want to like give him a heart attack.
Sure. Yeah.
I just want to keep him alive. I feel like
high
we're
strung. Yeah.
It's like a gentle approach.
Yeah, we're just like past the point now where we're just sort of like every day is a gift, I think. So we're just gonna literally let sleeping dogs lie. All right. Very good. Thank you, caller. It's my turn. Let's see here. I would like to do 6 feet.mp3, please.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the grub, and I'm thinking, why is Jeff Grubb so goddamn cool?
God, I love Creed.
That's beautiful. Yeah. They should sing that at weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could use that for when the gimmicks are old enough.
Yeah. When they start to think I'm really lame, which is going to happen like by like 6:30 here in a couple hours. Yeah, I'll play that for them, and that'll fix everything for me. If you guys hear occasional shouting of no, she's playing Astrobot and getting shoot hot. So that's what that is.
On the challenge levels, right?
That'll do it. That'll do it. Hey, yeah, I don't. Just like thinking about like country music, not Creed, but I guess Creed is like not that many degrees of separation from full blown country.
Are you thinking like Joe Diffie?
Jelly Roll? Did you get really into Jelly Roll?
No, I just
Brooks and Dunn.
No. I'm just saying, like, I feel like if country music like broke out in a big way at a wedding I was at, just goes to show you like sort of maybe where I live and how unpopular that is for a wedding to have that kind of music.
That
I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, it really surprises Bianca when we go to like a wedding back in Kansas or Oklahoma like this summer, like we did, because it's like when I grew up, it was just omnipresent, like all this boot scooting boogie Chattahoochee bullshit and all that was everywhere. And so she'll go to a wedding and hear all this stuff and be like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, you didn't grow up and just were surrounded by this all the time? Like I just see it as, it was the 90s, you know?
Yeah, the first time I heard it in public, I thought it was a joke. The first time I heard it in public, I was like, oh, someone's having a goof. someone's got the fucking Spotify. They're having a laugh. Like that's what I honestly thought.
Oh wow.
You know. Yeah, I definitely that was normal for me in suburban Detroit as well, Dan. So there's definitely a lot of pockets of that because that's the music we just listened to in the 90s for real.
Yep. All right then. We went to chat for the next voicemail, and chat unsurprisingly chose Ambien.
Hey. So I also meant to tell y'all that, like, when you're on Ambien, you say a lot of shit that doesn't make sense. I already don't remember what I said in the voicemail that I left.
Is Roseanne?
None of it made sense. Like, that's normal. Ambien's a hell of a drug. If you guys can sleep without the use of drugs, I'm so jealous. Okay, good night. Love you. Bye.
Good night.
Thank you, caller.
They left a 2-minute long voicemail before this.
And what was the summary of that? Was there a question, or was it just like a
just
fever
talking
dream?
about Ambien and like
Any confessions?
Hey,
Like,
sleepy
to crimes?
I'm getting sleepy.
Ambien, I've never tried.
I haven't either. I have a history with sleep problems and stuff too, and I never tried Ambien.
At this point, I'm like, I have trouble staying awake. So, because I'm that age, so I don't need it anymore. But I feel sorry for people who do that. That really stinks for sure.
Yeah, I just hope that call was from like a bed. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
Let's do that.
They're playing Marvel Snap and driving. Yeah.
Does it work though? Because I feel like the only time I ever hear about Ambien is when people are like saying crazy shit.
Well, you gotta be like you gotta be ready to go to sleep. Like you can't take Ambien and then think, well, I'm gonna go sit and do something and focus on something. You got to be like in bed, ready to go, pop the Ambien, and then like, all right, I'm ready to sleep. Let's go on the snooze train. Because that's, if you don't and you still intend on doing things, that's when things get a little bit loopy.
Okay.
Not speaking from experience.
Oh, sure.
I've never done it. I've just always found like edibles really work well for me now if I'm in a place where I need to just get to bed. You gotta just like plan a little ahead of time, but I've been pretty good with that when I need it. Yeah, okay. Just trying. You really gotta. Just read something in chat. Cyrus says, "I just take a big fat bong rip." I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could take a huge binger.
I can't do the
before
edible
bed.
thing. Can't do the weed thing. Just does the opposite of calming me down. No, can't do it.
Right?
Yeah. I've had some that has made me sleepy for sure, but it's like a roll of the dice, right? Where like sometimes I'm gonna be sleepy and sometimes it'll keep me up all night. So it doesn't seem reliable for me personally.
But just like a binger though, like that's a lot.
You got to set up for that is the problem, you know?
What do you mean?
Like
do it
pull
in
the
bed?
bong out.
Fill it
the
with setup.
water.
Sure.
Yeah, but some people that sounds ritualistic, right? This is what I'm gonna do to get ready for bed.
Oh, sure.
Right. Okay. Hey, however it works, there's no wrong way to fall asleep. I take that back. I'm sure there are, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean? Like if it works for you and you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, go off, right? Get nasty. All right, let's bring it back around to Dan Riker. Please choose the next voicemail.
Let's do every week.
Hey, Bumpy Doodles, it's Chris from Indianapolis. So you asked if anybody's actually listening to the voicemail dump truck in a dump truck. And kind of, I listen to the voicemail dump truck on my dump truck ass every week.
Nice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
That's
okay.
That got me bad, and I'm not happy. I feel betrayed.
You don't like that our audience has like dump trucks for butts?
Is dump truck ass like a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It
depends
means
on
you're
like
carrying around a real dumper.
if you want that dumper.
I didn't know if dumper was said as like a dumper or like dumper. You know.
You could use it in both.
Yeah, but you want, these days people want to be caked up. I know people say skinny's coming back, but that's a lie. That's big skinny.
I hear dump. I think poop.
Well, that's
sexy.
dump.
Right. There's some inflection. You're going to talk about a dump. You're going to talk about a dumper. Like, yeah.
That's
Dumper's
just
good.
not a sexy way to describe. Like, that's where the poop comes out.
Yeah, but like it depends how you say it. You know, like, damn, you got a dumper.
Yeah, but also it's like I hear what you're saying, Dan. You just can't separate the two.
Yeah,
right?
but it does come from like the root word of being dump truck, like, and they get that dump truck, yeah, and because she dumps like a truck. The thong song Cisco. Come on, keep up, Dan.
I don't want
etymology.
I don't want poop related stuff to be associated with like sexy type stuff. It's just like it's weird
Some
to me.
people that's one and the same.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, you got to touch grass, bud.
I'll touch grass. I'm not touching poop.
Yeah, dump truck. I don't think people were making reference to poop with dump truck.
But dump, you got to admit, dump is a poop thing.
Yeah,
yes,
but dump truck is not.
Right, and you
But
also
it's got
know
the
that like,
word there. It's the same way. Can we just do something that's not the poop word?
hey, you got to start it. You got to get it going.
No, this is it. This is what we're doing.
You know,
Society's already gone here.
You've heard people say, "My God, look at that dumper."
They say honky tonk badonkadonk.
Right.
Well, Mike Minotti's always saying that.
And
Right,
isn't donk?
right.
Donk kind of sounds like a poop. Like I think my kid said I just did a donk.
No,
If it's
New
not,
Donk
it-
City isn't
it
New
should
Poop
be.
City.
Maybe where you were raised,
Yeah,
but where
man.
I come from. Donk is a steamer, is it not? Wow.
Anyway, congratulations to the caller on their dump truck ass.
Yeah, that's
yeah, bud.
sick. That's super sick. Now get in an actual dump truck and call us back.
Yeah.
Jeff Grubb, your turn.
All right, let's do firstchild.mp3.
Hey, dumpers. I just wanted to share that my wife and I welcomed a beautiful baby girl the other week, our first child. Nothing much else to add. I just, wanted to exploit her to get on here and say hello. Kind of like what Backlar does with kids. Bye, guys. Love you.
That's exactly
Thank you,
right.
caller.
Thank you, caller.
And like what we do with monetizing Minotti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
And Steve.
Right. Yeah, Steve.
Wait, wait a minute. What was that last bit?
No, yeah, just the exploitation of
monetizing
your child
children.
for content. You're basically like the Costco guys.
Yeah.
What's that?
Wow, Dan knows about the Costco guys and you don't?
Well, he's a former indie wrestler, and he was ringside at Dynamite and got on camera.
Wait, really?
briefly.
Why would callers
my
say
God.
that?
Did you guys see the behind the scenes of the Costco guys?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you can tell he's coached a lot of indie wrestlers through some promos.
Right. I'm like, I don't think it's like, oh, he knows how to do this. Like, that's a professional at work
Yeah,
right
they were
there.
all out.
I think the weird part is the kids not getting it. Like, you've done like thousands of these videos now. Why do you still need your dad to tell you how to fucking do the boom, 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 boom thing? Just get it
I've
right.
seen that. I know.
Jeez,
I know
Double
what that
chunk
is.
chocolate cookie.
Double chunk chocolate
He was
chunk.
cutting promos with Colt Cabana in full gear like a day or two ago.
Hell yeah.
The dad.
I'm sorry. I'm still hung up on that last bit there.
Yeah.
Hey, this
No,
whole
he'll
episode's been
resent
the
you
dip
for
show.
it. He'll definitely
Yeah.
resent you for it.
Well, what
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that? He thought about you during the birth of his first child.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah, that feels nice, I guess. Congratulations, caller.
Yeah, congrats. It's a good time. This is the easy one because it's like they just lay there. They're just a pile of mush, and you just put them on your tummy and you can play video games. It rules.
That's it. I wish
Steve,
you
press A to
nothing
jump.
but the
No,
best.
A to jump, Steve. All right.
Nothing
Over the Koopa. Yeah.
but the
It's literally
best.
what I'm doing over here with Emmy right now, Dan. It's like
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
playing
No, I
this
get
level
it.
and she needs
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like me and
You
Steve.
would
yeah.
name your kid Steve.
What's wrong with Steve?
Yeah, no, it's a common name right now.
Steve thing to do.
Hey, Steve.
Named after
Steve's.
his favorite sitcom character, Stefan.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Steven Reichert. I don't know. I don't know why that's
Stefan
funny.
Reichert.
Stefan.
Stefan.
Stone Cold Stefan Reichert.
Stefan Steve Reichert. It's pretty good.
So fucking cool though.
Hey,
Leather vests.
Could you just name a kid Stone Cold Stefan Reichert and
I
like
was gonna
legally,
stop you.
like on
Yeah.
his passport, it would say that?
Yeah.
Especially if you like went back to Kansas for it. Like they
God.
wouldn't stop you.
You could probably do a bunch of funny things if you had a kid.
yeah, you could like Stone Cold stun them on a podcast. You
I
could
am
do
now
it.
a baby in just diapers and the vest. Like that's a good look. For a
Yeah,
baby.
that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Because they're already bald. Like they basically look exactly like him.
Oh, give
And
him
give
two
him, like,
little milk
formula.
bottles.
knee
Yeah.
pads, little knee pads.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Full knee brace gimmicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, congrats, caller. Wonderful. Jan, you're up.
It is not blood.
What?
I just got done listening to the last voicemail dump truck. I was a butcher for about 10 years. And
Butcher.
for Dan, the blood that is in your meat is not blood. It is myoglobin and water. Myoglobin is part of blood, but it is not blood. You're going to be fine. I promise.
I feel like we had this conversation.
I don't think the
before.
blood is dangerous.
No, we got it. We
It's
got it.
also
We're
not
good.
blood.
We should not. We should probably just move
Look,
on. I think.
family of
Like,
grocers. You know how many butchers we've employed? It's blood.
no, that's not. They're
I never
all
worked
wrong.
there. I went out of business before I was old
You've
enough. but
employed zero of them
I've seen a
personally.
lot of butchers, and my grandpa paid a lot of them. Yeah, so I should know.
I mean, listen. I think I'm with both sides. Clearly, it's not blood.
There's no both
but-
sides.
No,
What do you mean?
But because what does it matter when you're looking at something and a red liquid comes out of meat?
Yeah,
Like, what is your mind going to tell you what it is? Like, you're going to have a
sounds
blood-like
to me
reaction.
It sounds to me like, oh, technically it's not blood, it's hemoglobin. It's like when people tell me,
That's
like, well,
not
it's not real
hemoglobin.
cheese at Taco Bell. It's like,
oh
shut
my
up.
God, you guys
it's
are
not blood, and I recognize that, but a red liquid coming out of meat.
Sure,
like,
if you want to
it's
call
blood.
it the blood,
Yeah,
that's
but then,
fine.
like, you know, you look at like the texture of the liquid and everything. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
goopy
so-
like
yeah, it's not,
blood.
yeah, it's not clotting, and I thank God for that. Yeah.
If you're just operating from the position of like it sure does look like blood, like that's fine.
It comes out of it. It's a
And that's-
dead animal.
Thank you for understanding my position.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's it. But that's where it ends. We're not giving it any more like validity than it deserves.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
If
just
you-
about the
if-
initial knee-jerk
we're
brain
just
reaction.
saying, hey, that looks like blood, doesn't it? You
Okay,
know?
if someone went to a cow's thigh or wherever steak comes from and cut it with a knife, would it bleed?
Yeah.
Yes, because
Okay,
it's still
so
alive.
now-
So if it's dead and that cow's thigh is on a plate and you cut it, it's suddenly a magical other thing?
Dan, how are you not a right-wing
magic.
grifter? How are you not a right-wing grifter?
If I wanted to, I'd be a good one.
Yeah,
you would slide into that.
really
You
well.
kill
I
so
would
hard.
fucking
You would be
kill
real
it
good.
so hard. I would get so rich.
You'd
I
be
would
a
have
lot
some
of
of the
money.
biggest podcasts in the world.
Yes.
You would be so groiped up in a heartbeat, dude.
I could absolutely do
You
that.
are like, I mean, it would just be called not a nerd. Yeah, you know.
The
Like,
immigrants are feeding you sheep's blood.
dude, oh my god, in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think
Slur
that
of the
would be. I think that would be the sickest, like Nathan Fielder ass.
Oh, just go full gimmick.
I don't wanna see
and
it.
like
Yeah, it'd bum
document
me
it.
out.
I don't
and
think
just,
I can
like,
look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dan. Like, no disrespect. Like, you wouldn't even have to change your appearance, buddy. You would just like,
I understand
Okay,
that.
just put on the sunglasses. See, that's people are putting the emote in chat. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
but what would Steve think?
Yeah.
We can't
What about the-
besmirch
I
the
gotta
good
raise this
names
kid
of
here,
That's
yeah.
something to
Steve.
think about.
I mean, I got
Big E
kids.
used to give me shit for look like it was remember, like after January 6th, Big E would constantly on our podcast calls be like, I don't know, the way you look, the way you look. No, we can't do that bit.
I just like I feel like we need to do. I don't know. It's not exactly sending
In a
you to
Groundhog
Fargo.
Day situation where I tried that, I guarantee it would be very easy.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, even like
yeah.
Right.
I'm traveling on a jet with a presidential
I was
candidate.
gonna say, like, you would be
You and Laura Loomer.
before the election. You would be on Air Force dump or whatever that fucking thing
I'd
is.
be
You know,
swapped out for the vice presidential.
like, you know.
I
don't
have
know.
fucked a couch, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I'm not going to run from that.
Yeah, that guy only fucked it. I came in one.
It's about sexual freedom, and I can fuck a couch if I want to. Not hiding from this.
Damn, I want to vote for that guy.
Yeah, I want to have a beer with him.
Dude, this is
Bet you he knows how to order a donut.
We would win. We would win Oscars.
Yeah.
We would win an
I do a whole
Oscar.
documentary about all the people eating dogs and cats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We would. They,
We do a
would-
Borat, but
and,
like the
dude,
Borat isn't a Borat. It's a
yeah,
Dan.
I'm the Borat.
Yeah. You're Borat now.
Dan, how would you like the Nobel Peace Prize?
Wait, how do we turn it around to be a noble thing?
We convinced them to stop being dumb.
Oh, okay.
It honestly, we'd figure out the ending. It doesn't matter. We don't have to stick the landing. It's the path there.
I know we don't talk about politics, but it's so fucking hilarious now that there are a bunch of like right-wing conspiracy theorists or people
Now?
that are like getting on Taylor Swift's case about like, well, she uses so many emissions when she travels. I can't believe she'd do this. But like 2 weeks ago, they were like, you know, she's in a picture with someone. We love her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I will say the dogs and cats yelling is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen
It's
in
amazing.
a debate.
And
I was
I do think it's the
cracking
thing
up.
that like cracked him. Like I don't think anyone's gonna be lot fewer, more people are taking him less serious than ever now. It's like actually people are catching on.
Objectively hilarious to be yelling
is
angrily
amazing.
and believing.
You know what
They're
it
eating
is?
the cats.
I hate
it's just
this.
a funny
eating the
sentence.
pets.
They're eating the pets.
I hate to say it, but it's just it's amazing content.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
concept of a plan was also incredible.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot of genuinely funny stuff that came out of that.
Where do you think he saw it on TV?
I think he saw like a YouTube video
Yeah.
of like
I saw it on the television.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We
Yeah,
gotta
someone showed him
incept
a
him
TikTok.
with you.
Yeah.
I think he's
He doesn't
just
know
like,
a phone isn't a
Wait,
TV.
we need to do like a liquid snake arm thing with me and Trump.
Yeah, dude. I think he. I think he's just like. I think someone is like sending him YouTube videos at this point. Like, he's just the most unrelatable fucking freak on the goddamn planet.
I don't think he understands what an algorithm is.
Oh, he doesn't understand. And he thinks asylum means that Hannibal Lecter from an insane asylum is trying to come into the country. So yeah, he doesn't understand a lot of things.
Don't you think there was someone who was like, "Yo, don't you fucking say the dog thing. Like, don't say that."
Yes.
What if I yell it though? I didn't say it.
He's like, "Are you sure I want to say
He's like,
it?"
that
And they're
line
like,
kills at my rallies. Like, yeah.
It's like, I'm sure some adult in the room was like, "Yo, for real, dude. For real. Look at me in the eyes. Don't say the
Whatever
dog
you
thing.
do, don't fucking say they're eating dogs."
You know? And he's like, it was the heat of the moment. Oh, shit. It's amazing. It's amazing work. Great work.
That's good.
You know?
Hey, You Peekaboo says it. It's on the level of they're turning the frogs gay. It's
Oh,
like
for
the
sure.
same thing.
But
Yeah.
it's different when it's on the actual presidential debate.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, the frogs gay thing is progressive, right?
If Ronald Reagan said they're turning
Right.
the frogs gay. Like, yeah. Yeah.
We got to incept the next stupid candidate.
Oh, God. And honestly, just seeing all the parts where it's just the most obvious, just like, oh, yeah, his crowd gets bored and leaves. Like, what? No, they don't. Like, so you walked right into it.
He could not help himself. Like, the funny thing was, like, everyone's like, she's going to do this. She's
Yeah.
going to do that. Just
Yeah.
don't fall for it.
They're
And
going
he
to
could-
warn him not
Yeah.
to fall for it. And, it's like,
And he couldn't help
cannot.
himself.
Cannot.
Yep.
It's incredible to watch.
That's a good sign for someone that's going to be like talking to foreign leaders and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you can't
and
not
did for
take
4
the bait.
years.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's do a politics podcast.
Yeah, we're good at this.
I would.
Totally. Yeah, let's get into it.
Mike Minotti told me
Mike Minotti's the
a
first
month
guest.
ago
He's the
that
first
I
guest.
talk about politics more than anyone he knows, which is insane.
I overheard this conversation.
said
Wait,
that?
what?
Minotti said
Yes.
that I'm the most political person he knows.
Well, because
People are always
you're
saying this about
genuinely
you.
curious, Dan.
I am.
You
I
always
think it's
derail all the
fascinating.
meetings by talking about politics. Sure,
Yes. Yeah. It is interesting.
That's insane. What an insane thing. Not for you, Dan, more for Mike. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who
it's
is
not-
Mike talking to, you know?
Well,
yeah. Right. His dog.
we know he's not talking to.
No,
I guess.
Penny's got some thoughts.
Yeah.
that's why-
January 6th.
That's why we never see Penny, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a transition to lead into here, but I'll try it nevertheless. It's my turn, and I'm going to choose. Let's do ringtone.
Hey guys, did you ever customize the sounds on your phone? I did it like years ago on an iPhone, and it still just carried over. But I have like Mario sounds, like kicking a turtle for text messages, and the Zelda chime for when I get a new voicemail. So yeah, did you guys ever do like any silly sounds with your phones or like ringtones? Remember the ringtone days?
Of course.
Did you ever do like?
Yeah.
What was your favorite ringtone? Okay, bye.
Thank you, caller. Jen, I don't know how you'll fit into this because you are the youngest millennial.
Okay.
But you're also amongst the eldest of millennials, and required by law we were to have the 24 intercom sound as our text message.
Well, what is that?
Boop, 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 boop. It was like that.
Yeah. Like when they were calling each other in the office. Yeah.
You know?
24. I think every person my age did the Metal Gear Solid alert sound for when you were going to text. Yeah.
Sure.
That's a big one.
I mean, I've heard that so many times still at like conventions.
There was one time I was listening to Stone Cold's podcast, and he was like mimicking the iPhone default ringtone. He was doing dun 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 dun, like he was doing it in like Stone Cold voice. And I downloaded the podcast, I isolated it, and I made it a ringtone of just Stone Cold singing the iPhone.
That's good.
That's very good. I like that a lot.
You would make so many 99-cent purchases.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't do this anymore. I don't care.
No, I don't.
No, I don't care either. But
my ringer hasn't been on in 10 years.
Sure.
No,
Yes. Good
no,
point,
my
yeah.
ringer. I still have a ringer. It's It's the theme song. It must be like this for 15 years now, because when you have an Android, it just like automatically does it for you. So it's just like an MP3 that always gets carried over from each phone I get. It's the theme song to that. What was that? John C. Reilly Adult Swim show.
Dr. Brule.
Yes, it's that. It's like a very 80s like news, theme show, and it's great. It's like that's what it's always been. But that's it. I don't pay attention to it either that much anymore.
I do imagine like making bespoke like text message sounds for you guys once in a while, because you guys say crazy shit all the time, and I should just go capture that. But that's like, as soon as I start thinking that, then I'm like, I'd have to go get the sounds, turn them into
But that's what
MP3s,
Dan
put them on my
does.
phone.
He does all that.
Sean has a whole
I get
bank
too
of them
lazy to do
now.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get too lazy.
I used to have the Power Rangers.
Nice. It's got to be that perfect length, though. It can't be more than, too much, and then it's like annoying, Not many,
A friend would have like the miscellaneous Lil Jon ad libs for text tones. He'd switch them out every week.
Oh, cool.
So it'd be the what? Yeah. Okay.
Pretty good. All right. That was me. Chat. It's your turn. First person to chime in gets to read the next voicemail, and it's going to be Stroopwafel.
Hey guys, Eric from Maine, New York here. Stroopwafel is the most fun food word to say. Stroopwafel.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other fun food words? Thanks. Love you guys. Bye.
Chimichanga.
Yeah, chimichanga's very good.
Chimichanga's just
a lot
like
of
party.
Mexican foods.
Funnel cake.
Enchilada.
Churro.
Yeah, that's good. Anyone where you get to roll your R's is a big winner, in my opinion.
You guys ever go to a restaurant with someone that says polo?
Oh dear.
I've overheard it at other
I've definitely
tables and
heard that
got
a lot.
very upset. Yeah.
That's up there with vagina.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, though.
That's rough.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Sir, this is a Chi-Chi's.
Laffy Taffy?
Yeah, boy. Once you get the brand names, I feel like
That's
I
a
think it's
brand.
cheesy.
They're all
Yeah.
fun and brand.
Yeah, that's why they brand them. Yeah.
Yeah. Say if you say chimichanga in Jesse Ventura's voice, it's fun.
Try it.
Chimichanga.
It's good.
Chimichanga.
Oh yeah, kimchi is a good one. Anything that sounds like it could be someone's name but is also a food, I like that. Yeah.
I had a friend that pronounced bagel bajel.
I like when you get the colloquial names like a Slim Jim is a long boy now. I like calling those things long boys.
Oh,
yeah.
Juicy Lucy is a
That's a
fun,
good one.
Fun
That's
food
really
item.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quinoa. I like quinoa.
Yeah.
Quinoa, yeah.
Learning how to say that word and then starting to say it, that's a fun time. Yeah.
Seeing my dad react to seeing quinoa chips in my pantry a couple months ago, and what the hell is this quinoa crap? That's not real food.
You just lit it on fire right then and there.
Yeah.
Klonoa that's a video game from the Konami Corporation.
The Jordan Phantom meal.
Yeah.
Very good.
Words are fun.
Words are fun. Mispronouncing them on purpose. More fun, arguably.
Who would do that?
All right, look, we've got 3 left. Let's try for it. It's
Sure.
been a minute. Let's try for it. Dan, you're up.
We already did Mike Minotti?
Yeah.
Warming tray.
Hey, Dumpers. I'm getting ready to go to work, and I was listening to last week's podcast. Nikki said something about the storage under an oven, and I think all of our parents may have put pots and pans down there at one point, but the truth is it's a warming tray. You take your biscuits out of the oven, and then you just put them down on the bottom, and when they're ready to go, they're warm, or whatever you have.
Right,
So
of
now
course.
we're learning. Have a great day.
Thank you, caller. Of course, that's what it is.
Yeah, they get hot in there.
It's hot.
But I mean, we did that too. We've had trays down there, but it's just like, yeah, they get warm down there.
I don't think I ever had
It's
food
literally
there.
warming my trays right now.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing.
It's a warming tray.
You're
tray.
preheating your trays.
I don't know. I've reached in there while the oven was going and doing all that stuff. That shit's not that hot, actually. Down there, it's not warm.
But it's warm. It's not
I
hot.
don't think it's even that
Yeah,
warm.
but I'm not gonna keep bread down there. To keep
it's
it
dirty
warm.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on account of the trays, though.
I don't know.
No. Sometimes I'll go in there and I'm like, why is this dusty?
Oh.
Yeah, it gets dusty. People in chat are saying not all have warming trays. I bet many do, but I don't know if mine is.
Look, falls upon us. Clean out your warming trays, folks.
All right, yeah, getting your warming tray, really just give it a good.
Clean them out. Twice a year if you can
Last
help
time
it.
you cleaned your warming tray.
Exactly.
When's the last time you cleaned the trays in your fridge?
Ooh, I just did that the other day. That is a deeply depressing experience.
I hate my fridge so much. It's a Samsung, so it's a piece of shit. But there's like this glass layer above another layer, and like something spilled into the glass, and there's just no way to clean it out.
Yeah,
and it
it's
drives me crazy.
That's
Every time I
bullshit.
see it, I want to throw the thing in the street.
Try putting it in an oven. Dry it out.
That's okay. Yeah.
That really hits home, Grub. I want you to know that.
I will never. Hey, There's warning. I know I've said this before on the show, I'm sure. Don't buy Samsung appliances. They truly are the worst. They are trash.
Okay. You heard it here.
I'm glad I could speak my truth. Thank you.
Right, and there goes that
Good for
sponsorship.
you, Grub.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that PSA. Thank you for that warming tray. Grub, which one are we going to do first here?
Yeah, I think we got to go with scones.
Hey, voicemail dump truck. I recently had one of those chocolate biscuits from KFC, which led my partner to ask, "Is this a scone?" And now I'm wondering, what are scones? Thanks,
British-
love you, bye.
Hard British biscuits.
You're not wrong. It's a quick bread.
Yeah.
It doesn't use yeast. It uses baking powder as a leavening agent.
Oh, okay. Learn us some more, Jan. What else you got?
That's it.
Okay.
So is the KFC chocolate biscuit? It's not a scone, right?
No, it's a biscuit.
It's a biscuit. Yeah.
Because biscuits are a little bit
But
more
not a British
moist and
biscuit because
stuff.
those are cookies, right?
Yeah. And don't approach your British coworkers and say biscuit bitch.
No.
Right.
Maybe don't approach anyone and say that, but yeah.
That's a compliment in the
you
UK.
can do it to me. Like, that's fine. I don't mind, Jen.
Well, you got it, baby.
I got an assortment of pastries and biscuits and stuff in Germany, and they were pretty dry. It seems like they like them a little drier over there.
I think they were just made with real ingredients.
I think you just like it. You like it wet, Dan. You just like your desserts wet.
Yeah. You're a wet scone guy. I've always said that about you.
I think I prefer wet desserts. Yeah.
I think that's what that Prince song,
Ice
Hot and
cream's
Wet, was
wet,
about.
right?
Ice
Yeah.
cream's wet. It is wet. It's
Yeah,
more
I'm not a
wet than it
cake
is
guy.
dry.
I'm not a cake guy. That's dry.
That's moist.
Well, you can get a moist cake.
It needs to be wetter than moist.
Oh, you're not a cake person?
Not a big cake guy. I like ice cream cake because it's ice cream.
Well, that's, yeah.
But yeah, not a big cake guy.
What about like a parfait, Dan?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Bacalar, what do you feel when I say the words Oreo Coke Zero?
I just think of like you made that up.
Oh, it's real. It's in stores now. Now, how do you feel?
I would sip it.
What if I told you that everyone says it's very good?
Yeah, Minotti got like visibly horny when he tried it.
Yeah,
on
I
his
mean,
Flight Club.
It made me
like
feel the
cookies and cream is like that's what I'm thinking, that flavor, and that's my probably like top 3 ice cream flavor. And if I could have that in like a fizzy low sugar beverage,
it's
like
probably ice cream adjacent. I bet you're
know,
right. Huh?
That's where my mind's going. It's like
an ice cream float.
Ice cream float. Yeah.
Minotti called it the Squirrel Girls of Coke flavors.
Oh,
fuck does that
all right.
mean?
I must have missed that.
What does
part.
that mean?
Oh, Mike
He
Minotti.
did say those exact words.
He did say that.
He's the dirtiest man I've ever met.
That sounds like it's really filthy,
I was
but I don't
telling you,
understand.
because I was saying on Blight Club that last night Bonk and I were watching Mike stream Dark Souls, and he starts talking about like, Squirrel Girls got really big. They're everywhere all of a sudden. And Bonk and I looked at each other like, what the fuck is
Like the
he,
Marvel
Squirrel
character?
Girl? I didn't even know about that, but apparently this is like probably a sex
beyond
thing.
that. Yeah, it's definitely a sex thing.
Oh,
I would
100%.
imagine it's a sex. He was being like cutesy, ooh, tee hee. I'm not going to talk about the horny stuff, Mike.
He texted me about it, and so I went into his chat, and I was like Squirrel Girl, the Marvel character, and he just would not answer.
It's gotta be
He
a
was
sex
said
thing.
they, them, the Squirrel Girls.
Wait.
I don't know. Like he's just talking about a bunch of Squirrel
Is this
Girls
like
on
some
the internet.
Rescue Ranger pervy shit?
Well,
He
it's,
has mentioned that before.
it's probably related to Gadget.
Gadget.
Yeah, he was bringing it up during the
Sorry,
game,
I didn't
too.
mean to get.
sorry.
I didn't mean to get hot. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So is this like cosplaying squirrel people?
For sex?
Well, he definitely's into Gadget. Like he's on the record for that. But then he started talking about how like Squirrel Girls beyond that are getting very popular, and how he made it sound like he's too good for that. So I don't know.
When you say they're getting popular, what is a serious
He made
person
it
supposed
seem
to
like
do?
they
Blame
were
this
the
man?
like. He made it seem that they were like Chapel Roan popular.
He doesn't even listen to Chapel Roan.
I know, but he knows about the Squirrel Girls. So maybe they're more popular in Minottiville.
Maybe we have created a monster. He already has no shame. Maybe we've made him too comfortable on the
Yeah, we
internet.
gotta give
I
this
think-
fucker some shame.
We got to figure out how to inject him with some shame. Yeah.
Yeah,
I need
some
to-
liquid shame.
I
Yeah.
need, no, I don't know if I want to see Shane Minotti.
No,
think
that's
it's the
part
only
of
thing
what's
that's gonna
beautiful
save us.
about him.
Yeah.
You know? Like, with shame, he wouldn't have done what he did at the Baldur's Gate party at PAX and gotten up on stage in front of the entire Baldur's Gate team and belted out the most theatrical Mr. Roboto I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like, we
that's
got to keep
Jimmy's
him
favorite.
shameless.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, good on you. I can't. I don't know. I still don't really understand the whole squirrel. I mean, I do in my like mind's eye, but I need to maybe understand it.
Yeah. Do some Google searches.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not. Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
it's
not
like a
touching
type,
that.
you know, like, oh damn, you like a squirrel.
But I mean,
wonder if
there's
it's people
mousy
with
girls, right? A girl that's mousy is a thing. And
Yeah.
that's like a
Duck
great thing.
face.
So is that what it is? It's just an extension of that, but they're like maybe wearing like a
Duck face?
suggestive.
What are the physical qualities? Yeah, duck face. You've never heard duck
Well,
face?
no, I know, but is there a duck face girl? I thought you
No,
do
it's
a duck face. Don't you
Yeah,
just
you
do a
do
duck
a duck
face?
face. No one has a resting duck face.
We're maybe thinking this isn't like a shoot squirrel looking girl, right? Right? We're saying it
No,
might
see,
be
I'm
referring
still
to
not
something.
sure. I think this might be furry
there-
adjacent still.
Yeah, there's no way to know. There's just no way to know. without
I think
looking.
it's probably mostly a humanoid girl, but has a big bushy tail and her ears are poking out of her hat.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Sounds. That's
to
what I'm
humans.
imagining.
Yeah, it feels like the manic pixie girl archetype adjacent to that. But
Right,
instead
a
of
squirrel that has become a girl would definitely be a manic pixie type. Yes.
yeah, it's not quite a Zoe
Thought about that a
Deschanel,
lot.
but close to the AT&T girl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is the
motherfuckers
AT&T
all know
girl
what I'm talking about.
squirrel?
I think I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, see.
of course you know.
Fucking
You
Sucio
watch hockey.
motherfuckers.
That's the commercial that happens there.
Okay. All right. Well, this doesn't always happen, folks, but it's happening today. Your Dump Royale for September 12th, 2024. Mark it in the history books.
Never forget.
We achieved. God, I can't believe you brought that shit. What, dude? When when he's here, he can hear through the headphones a little bit. You talk about 9/11 with him. Okay.
Look,
You're like, does he know more about Stone Cold or 9/11? Think about the sentence you fucking said today.
Okay. I got a question for y'all.
I know. I think
Genuine-
I know more about Stone Cold.
He knows. All right, so he knows that. That's not surprising.
I know a lot. I know
You can't
9/11.
melt Stone Cold.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Listen, he knows about it. And yesterday, and I don't know where he is upstairs, but yesterday he's like, today's 9/11, and I'm like, yeah, bud, not great, but it is a thing. He is not reached like where the Zoomers like laugh at it like it's this big funny.
Sure.
I understand where that is. I'm
It
not
is weird
against.
seeing that, but then it's like, it's like people making JFK jokes.
I know.
and
Again, I'm not
crazy,
going to be
you
the
know?
guy who's like,
Dunk
don't do
on
that.
Pearl Harbor constantly.
Yeah,
in between.
exactly.
Yeah.
To be clear, let's not get it wrong. I am not dumping on that joke. Do the joke. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. But like he said it with like the sort of enthusiasm of like, he's like, yeah, 9/11 with the towers.
Would you
and I'm
get
like,
me?
Would you get me? We're gonna have a cake tonight. Anyway, there's a weird relationship I think kids of that age have with this thing right now. So anyway.
Okay. Do y'all think because we're so online, we see more 9/11 jokes and we may make more 9/11 jokes than the normal person?
Yes.
Yes.
In the circles that I hang out with, like. I'm talking mostly like I'm talking about mostly like my hockey teams that I'm all the
Right,
teams.
but you're in New Jersey, that area. You're not gonna be able to get away with those
because
jokes.
they
no
all
way.
like they'll all go. They'll
Your
yeah,
hockey
and,
team is all like New York cops and firefighters.
Exactly.
That probably isn't the audience.
wrong audience for sure. I'm talking
Although they
about
would
that
get
side.
it. Like they would
get it.
get the joke. But
My
they wouldn't
other
like
friends is fine. Yeah. You're right. The worst possible audience.
Yeah,
Could you
like
imagine?
literally the worst possible.
Bring
yeah.
up the hook now and get him off stage because that's yeah. Anyway, a dump royale is what we did, folks, and it's very exciting. Last voicemail of this dump royale episode. It is a dump truck.mp3.
All right, so you guys were asking if anybody listened to this show while driving a dump truck. While I don't drive a dump truck per se,
Oh, is this, we did this one? Yeah.
I do work at a company where we go
This
around
is
and
the
pick
one
up
about-
other people's
no.
dog poop. So in a way, you could say that it is a dump truck. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything for you.
Wait,
I don't know. Maybe this
Jason.
voicemail was useless.
No, not useless.
But there you go.
And now we've represented both sides of the dump, Dan. There you go.
Yeah.
There's your poop dump.
You're right. Oh wow, we achieved that.
Yeah, a dump royale and a dump royale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the only purpose of this truck is to pick up dog shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's those services that go out there with the trays and the little scoopers, and they.
You need a whole truck for it? Dog poops? Well, I guess I have small dogs.
You got to dispose of that poop because isn't that shit like really bad for? You can't just like throw that in the trash. Well, I guess you can.
We have a
but,
trash can to keep outside.
but you can't. I think if you're picking up that much shit and you put it in someone's trash, it could become toxic. Like it could be like
It could be like a nuclear event.
yeah. Someone could like call, be like, there is a problem out on the curb right now, and I think it's like, oh, just drive that shit away.
But are they so? But I want to understand like the intricacies of the business. Are they like, well, I have a poop pickup subscription service.
So like an app.
I think so. Probably.
I just plant the flag. I drop a pin.
Well, it's also probably like on demand, right? Like you're a landlord who let your tenants have a dog, and they never ever once picked up shit, and now you need to hire someone to come up pick up a metric ton of dog shit.
Think it works like Uber, where you just like set a pin for the location of the poop?
That's what I just said. Is there anyone in chat familiar with a service like this? I am very profoundly curious about this. That's unbelievable. And like, who are you where you're doing that?
Someone likes money.
Well, no, needs money. No.
If you're letting the dog shit everywhere.
Work is
I
work.
assume that there's all varieties of dog people, and some dog people are very responsible, and some are just like, haha, that's a dog, and then they don't do any other thought about the dog. They just let it shit everywhere.
They clean up at dog parks specifically.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's
right.
okay. That makes sense. It's like
and they're
the city
expanding into
parks.
the private market. Yeah.
Sure.
That was a terrible feeling when occasionally, like when we lived in New York City and I'd walk Razor around to shit. And, you have the little container on the leash that has the bags on it.
Yeah.
So you'd be walking and then he takes like a giant weird Razor dump. And then I go to, and there's nothing there. And it's like, there's like 4 doormen and like 1 million people. And it's like, I got to like look at the poop and be like, oh no, I have to make it visibly clear that like, I wish I could pick this up. And I'm like trying to open up like a fucking newspaper thing and grab a New York Times and pick it up. It's just, that sucks.
Oh, that's such a Larry David moment right there.
Yeah, I'd like to pick this up.
Yeah. You know whose fault it is?
Who?
Whoever took the last bag out.
And didn't replace.
Yeah, I mean, that is a crucial mistake. What are you doing? How dare you?
Sure.
That's your voicemail dump truck royale for this September 12th, 2024. This was a great episode. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you to Jan Ochoa.
You're welcome.
Okay, cool. Jeff Grubb, thank you.
There's a fucking sticker on my floor. What the hell?
Okay, pick that up. And Dan Reichert, always a pleasure. Beefy Dan Reichert.
Beefy?
Yeah, well, the whole beef thing.
Oh, yeah, like beef's fine.
Yep. Great. Thank you, callers. Thank you, chats. Thanks to everyone who tunes into the program, listens to it, wherever you do. It means a lot. We will see you next week with a brand new show. You take care. Until then, bye-bye.
Thursday.